Oh, well, that's kind of pretty. That's kind of pretty. Oh. We're telling my followers that I've started a live video. Woo, mountains. Woo, blue sky. Ooh, a car. Or a truck. Is it okay to call those little pickup trucks cars? I don't know. I guess it's okay. I won't get grounded. I won't get in a whole lot of trouble. Good morning from Huntington Beach. Don't know why I'm going to fully unload this stuff out of my pocket. It's kind of nice. Good morning from Buffalo. After yesterday, I did my show right outside my dorm room because a gentleman I know gave me a cup of coffee from his private stash. I still don't know how to drive the scooter from Illinois. No interstates. Mike Mahoney, I didn't take any interstates. I took Highway 20 most of the way, and it gets you there. So no interstates, but they are fast roads and they are country roads. That's how I did it. Can we call scooters motorcycles? I don't. And I show people picture. Good morning, Will Bill. I show people pictures of my scooter a lot because, I don't know, everyone asks how you got here. And I'm in Yellowstone, by the way. Everybody all the waiters, or not the waiters, the customers, the tourists come by. They see Ken from Illinois with a big smile and sometimes panicked eyes, sometimes eyes that want to tell the joke. And they wonder what my backstory is. And I usually tell them. And I often will say I rode out from Chicago about a month ago. And they ask about that. And I'll say it's a scooter. And they'll go, "You're not serious." And then I'll say, "Oh, since you want to see a picture, I'll bring it out." Good morning, Gary. Good morning. Men with a little walking stick walk by. They're like one of these little ski poles you use in skiing. I don't totally get what their point is. I went to the Grand Canyon of Yellowstone a few days ago. And I was hiking down to the river from this beautiful, beautiful waterfall. And everybody was, not everybody, but there's a group of 3 people in front of me, and they had these like ski poles. And I didn't really totally understand what they were for. I guess they're so you don't fall over. But these weren't like canes where they were supporting themselves. I just didn't get it. I still don't get it. I'm a guy, I like to say I want to be a minimalist, although look at me carrying all my cords and my wallet. And I don't want to carry around a ski pole. People have offered to buy me a tripod so I can do my show a little easier. But I don't want to carry around a tripod. What's so cool about my technology in my show is I just get to find something to lean my phone against and I start talking. It's magic. But anyway, good morning to you. My name's Ken Tracy, and this is Coffee with Ken. It is Monday morning. It is June 24th, I believe. I almost feel when I say June 24th, it's a date of significance, but I can't figure out what the significance of this date is. But either way, happy Monday. This is a trekking poles, Brent Zeller says. Okay, I'm glad they have a name, Brent Zeller. But what exactly is the purpose of these trekking with 2K poles? Is it, they're like a combination of a cane and a person who's one of those blind person sticks that's tapping in front of them so they know where they're going. And I don't think, unless you need a cane or unless you can't see, that they serve much purpose. They lead people to water. I appreciate that, Jason, because it's very important. What are those things? What are those called? Anyone know? They're little things, and they got a stick at the end, and whoa! Don't know what those are called. But anyway, it is Monday morning. It is June 24th, and this is Coffee with Ken. It's 6:53 a.m. Happy Monday. This is a show I've been doing for 5 years and 2 days. I'll forget my anniversary was 2 days ago soon and just call it 5 years, and then 5.5 years, and a little longer than 5 years, and almost 6 years. But at this point, I remember that my anniversary was 2 years ago. 5 years ago, 2 days ago, if that makes sense. But anyway, this is a show I've been doing for quite some time. It's a show about me talking. It's a show about me sharing some experiences, some ups and downs in life. Sharing a little bit about my feelings, although I don't think I talk as much about my feelings now that I'm in Yellowstone. I still have those feelings. But I'm feeling grateful or calmer. I don't know. Is calm a feeling? Or is it almost the absence of feeling? I don't know. But I understand that when one does, those pulls are necessary. I don't know. We're talking about the poles. Now somebody's saying they're necessary. I was hiking right behind them without the poles. I felt it would just be useless hand stuff. Stuff I would like to put down. Or, hey, hiker coming up behind me, would you like my poles? I'm tired of carrying these things. I'm sure they're made of graphite and quite light. But still don't get it. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I mean, I'm probably wrong. They sell them, but they sold pet rocks too. Marketing's an amazing thing. You get people believing they need something because everybody else is doing it. Some people need them for balance on even ground. Okay, well, I could get that. When on a 15-mile hike, they help. RJ goes, and they're on a 15-mile hike, they help. When's the last time RJ's been on a 15-mile hike? And was he carrying those poles? I doubt it. But anyway, this is a show that I've been doing for a while. It's a show about me talking. And for those that have been watching a while, it's not just a show about me talking. It is also a show about me sharing my love of coffee. And with that in mind, I have a fairly hot cup of coffee. And I am excited to take my first sip. I think I'm more adventurous. Could see the value for stability. All right. I should maybe try. So tough when my family lost our pet rock. We buried it. Very emotional. I'm sure it was difficult, Jason. I'm sure it was difficult. But anyway, as I'm saying, I'm excited to have my first sip. And I'll tell you what, I thought about it this morning. I worked late last night, and I was laying in bed. Didn't get home till after midnight, and then I talked to a buddy in the rec area for about an hour or so, 45 minutes, who I work with, about life and waiting tables and being here and stuff. And I didn't get to bed till like 1:30. And I'll tell you what, I don't like not getting to bed till 1:30. I love when I get to go to bed early and get a good night's sleep. I'm not one that can sleep in the day. I couldn't sleep in after I would drink when I used to drink, and I don't do it. The rivers are pretty high, and Yellowstone River runs, throughout the park and right through the town where I was visiting the other day, and there's whitewater rafting shops all over, and I was hanging in a coffee shop editing my videos, reading a book. What else do you do when you're in Yellowstone but edit videos and read books? And people watch a little bit. And a family of 5 came in. I think it was 5. Yeah, it was a son, 2 daughters, and parents. And they were ready to go whitewater rafting. And me and another guy were listening. And one of the daughters, she was, early 20s, I'd guess, was going, I'm not going to fall in the water, am I? And almost at the same time, the other guy in there and I said, oh, yeah. You probably are. And I go, you want to. That's probably the funnest part, is falling in the water. And there's points in whitewater rafting, because I think it's awesome, where the guide knows what he's doing, and he's a guide. He knows the river. He knows the spots to go. He knows at various areas he can control the boat and almost flip it up and throw his passengers out while he's still sitting very cool in the back. She is still sitting very cool in the back of the boat, and everyone else is bobbing downstream. But you're wearing a helmet, and you have a wetsuit on, which is good because the water is cold. But yeah, no, I think whitewater rafting's awesome. I think rafting's awesome. I've whitewater rafted on the Colorado, on the New River, I think it's called, or the New Gully River maybe, in West Virginia. And I'd really like to do it while I'm out here, because I bet it's awesome. And it's neat. You're boating. You got to paddle a little bit, so you're feeling like you're getting a little exercise. You're out in nature. It's kind of like you're hiking, but you're not carrying one of those silly those hiking poles. You got an oar instead. I think whoever sells the oars sells the hiking poles. Figures, man is dumb enough. If I sell something, they will carry it. Calm at times, yeah, wild at times. It is. I think it'd be awesome. I was talking to a woman yesterday who knew a surprisingly large amount of about Lewis and Clark and their trip out west. And I'd seen a documentary on Lewis and Clark, so I'd say I know a fair amount and remembered a lot and was really awed by the expedition that it was as they journeyed from St. Louis, I believe, out to through the Northwest Passage and over to the Pacific Ocean, I think, in Washington. And I just think of the adventure they were on, and they were on boats and rafts and canoes that they probably dug out of trees, and thousands of miles traveled, and wildlife like bears that they didn't even know what the heck are these things, and buffalo, and yeah, and it took a couple of years. It was just an amazing Adventure, and I can't believe they did it. But anyway, they must have hit a lot of rapids. And they were on rapids, probably on rafts that were tied together or whatever, or canoes that they somehow carved out of a tree. And when the river got rough, they picked the boats up and all the stuff they were carrying and went around it. It must have carried the boats for miles. I mean, I know they weren't in a huge rush per se. I know they knew the journey was going to take years, not days. But it still seems like such an amazing trip that they went on. I can't believe they made it and got back safely. And yeah, I bet you they did not have those trekking sticks. I mean, they might have had walking sticks. I mean, I don't know. Let's see. I mean, I've walked along. There's times I found a long stick. This is going to be my worst show ever. It's all about the trekking sticks. But there's times when I walked around carrying like a staff. I looked like Moses. I don't know what it was for. It kind of felt good. It was kind of hypnotic. Kind of got me in a rhythm. And maybe that's what those things do. Oh, wow, look at this. This is going to be fun. A big yellow thing. I'm not sure what he's doing. It might not be that fun after all, but I'm going to show it to you. Look at that. Oh, he's moving forward. He's doing a 3-point turn in one of those bad boys. Oh, yeah, he is. Oh, yeah, he is. This is ruining my show. Not that there was much to ruin. It was a show about trekking sticks. I do hope he finishes his turn. Rumbling trucks are a distraction. I used to do my show in downtown Naperville every day. Before I went to my job at Target, I'd get a cup of coffee at Starbucks, and I'd cross the street, and I'd be sitting in downtown Naperville, which is a suburb outside of Chicago, and garbage trucks would be rumbling through and echoing off the buildings. Distracted the crud out of me. I think he's moving a rock. He should leave that rock be. That rock wasn't bothering anybody. Where do they take all the garbage in the Yellowstone for sustainability? I don't know, RJ. I don't know where they take all the garbage, but they do pride themselves on sustainability. They do recycle. They have people that work for the sustainability department. They do say turn off the lights when you leave the washroom. I don't know where they take all the garbage. Wouldn't it be horrible if you were on a hike using your trekking sticks one day, climbing up a mountain, a very rarely traveled mountain, using your trekking sticks, and you crested I don't know if you crest the top of the mountain, and you went over the top of the mountain, and you came upon what should have been a vast, beautiful valley, but you saw it was just a dumping zone, a big garbage dump where the national park actually took all the garbage and just emptied it into this valley. That would be horrible. And at least you'd have your trekking sticks, which would have gotten you there and back. I might have said this yesterday, but I saw and learned what a caldera was a couple days ago on my ride out to Canyon. And it's really, really cool. And it's still kind of not weighing on me, but on my mind. A caldera, and I never knew, and we sell something, the Yellowstone Caldera. It's a dessert. It's like a little brownie with some fruit on it. It's quite nice. But anyway, I wasn't sure what the caldera was till the other day. And I rode my scooter from here, Mammoth Hot Springs, to Canyon in Yellowstone, which was a ride of about 30 some odd miles. And I started going up, and I heard about this Dunraven Pass, which was really cool, and about 9,000 feet of elevation at the top. And I was riding up and feeling the temperature lower. And when I got to the top, it was beautiful, and I stopped for a while. And I rode by a place that I thought would be a neat picture opportunity, and it was. And again, there was a little plaque, because they put that out to educate the tourists or me. And it explained about what I was looking at was this massive caldera the size of like Delaware. And a caldera is the crater after a volcano erupts, what is left when it falls in upon itself, because, a volcano when it erupts is spewing out tons and tons and tons and tons of stuff, lava, ash, steam, whatever. And all of a sudden, there's an absence of stuff underneath the volcano, and it will often collapse in. This isn't truly a scientific explanation what happens to when a volcano erupts, but it's my best guess. But apparently, we are sitting atop a massive, massive super volcano here on Yellowstone, which, by the way, it's sometimes hard to sleep at night when you think about that. I've struggled with stress and anxiety and fear. Imagine how you'd feel if you struggled with anxiety, stress, and fear your whole life, and you were sleeping atop a volcano. Not just any volcano, but a super volcano with a history of eruption, leaving calderas the size of Delaware. It's quite frightening. Hello, Roger. How are you? It's Roger. It's me, Roger. I wonder if I know me, Roger. I bet I probably do. I'm developing I don't know if anybody's watching, but every day I'm becoming kind of well known here for the guy with the coffee show with the big audience on Instagram. I'll tell you what, I've been doing the show for 5 years. Not that many people cared. Occasionally back in Naperville, somebody would come up and say, hey, your coffee with Ken. But here, I don't know. I think having a big audience on Instagram gives me some street cred. So they think I'm famous. I don't know if I'm famous. Hello there.
Good morning.
How are you?
Excellent.
Pretty good. How are
I
you
had
today?
coffee.
I'm having coffee. I'm doing well. Where are you guys off to today? Where are you from?
California.
Whereabouts?
Central Valley.
Don't know where that is, but
Fresno.
somewhere between Sacramento and the southern tip, I'm betting.
Yes.
Central.
So Central. So Sacramento, San Francisco, LA, us in the middle.
Are you still on the phone and you just blown the person off?
Yes.
Oh.
You are.
That's part of my charm. Actually, I do a live show every morning called Coffee with Ken. Are you on Instagram?
I am.
You could look it up, and you could watch me talk to you live on Instagram right now.
That's awesome.
Well, that's
Well-
pretty funny because we're going to get to the room and look, we'll miss it.
Well, no, but it reposts.
I know.
He doesn't do social media.
He's old. You and I are young and hip and technology savvy. While
Actually, I'm probably older than both of you, but thank you.
well, I still like to say you and I are young and hip.
Coffee with a C.
That's yes. I mean, I appreciate you asking because some marketing people.
They could use a K.
Yeah, but that's schlocky, and that's not what my show's about. My show's authentic. It's me talking about life.
There you go. You just got a new follower.
Awesome. One at a time. One step at a time, you get a new follower. I am
Ken, where are you?
I-
He is
from.
Canada.
Well, that's where I am at right now.
No, where are you from?
Chicago area.
Okay.
I rode out on a scooter. You guys are.
Are you serious?
If I wasn't talking to my phone right now, when people say that, I always show them a picture of me on my scooter.
It's okay. I'll find it.
You will find it. You will find it. But I did all the way from Chicago. I got here about a month ago. I work in the restaurant as a waiter.
I saw you last night.
Did I serve you?
No.
Well, then you probably had a great dining experience
Yeah.
because you weren't being waited on by me.
That didn't have anything to do with it. You were unusual because you were older and no piercings.
I have no piercings and no tattoos. I'd rather you not focus on the older. But you are correct.
Oh, I'm sorry. You were older than the other people.
Yeah, no, I work with a lot of young people, and all the young people out here have piercings all over.
So do you do seasonal work in different areas?
This is my first time.
I just told him I want to do this.
A lot of people of...
All right.
You're older than me, you've already admitted. Yeah, no, it's rare for somebody, but probably, I'm sorry, people. I am sorry, people. From 30 to 50, not many people, because most of those people have kids and are raising families and working on their careers and stuff like that. A lot of retired people and a ton of young people. Do you want to know any specifics? Are you curious? They put us up in housing.
No, I think they're retired.
Well, nobody lives here. You can't buy.
No, not here. Outside of the park.
Oh, it's expensive. You better be saving your pennies because
You live in California. It doesn't get much more expensive.
that's what I thought living in Chicago. I tell you what, the cheapest home, and I know California's expensive. Gardner, Montana, that right now, do you know it? The little town, right? It's just, well, you should go today, by the way. It's 4 or 5 miles just down the mountain. Really cute little town. Shopping, you'll enjoy it. Coffee shops, restaurants. But the cheapest home there is like $1 million.
Oh, yeah, no, that's not us.
No, I know, and I thought it was a little, and I'm not talking any mansion.
It's because you're so close to the park. We want to get a little farther away.
Yeah, but even Bozeman and Livingston, believe me, I was a realtor 17 years, and it's expensive. But no, anyway, so it's really cool being here and working here for a season. It's my first time.
Good. Come back next year. Maybe we'll see you.
Maybe so. Get her on camera. This is cinema. True film. You know, they serve breakfast at the dining room.
Oh, we already
Yeah,
did.
we already did that. Got up early. Wanted to beat the two of us.
You didn't tell me what you're going to do today.
Yeah, we did. We're
Drive
heading that
out
way.
of the park.
You didn't say that.
I thought we did.
No.
Yeah, we're
No,
heading
you thought about it.
We're gonna hit Old Faithful. We're headed to
Boy,
Du Bois.
The Void?
the boys. Not the blows. Not the bois.
Du Bois, I would say.
Well,
They
that's
don't
the
apparently
other
they don't call it
by
the bois.
somebody that lives in Yellowstone.
Wyoming, people corrected us. It's not Dubois here.
Dubois.
Well, that'd be like Illinois.
Yes.
It's Illinois.
I appreciate that. I know.
Right.
And it doesn't just become French because it ends in OIS.
No, well,
Have you been to Old Faithful?
no.
So-
Yes.
Oh, he has. I haven't.
Oh.
He did
But
a
it
trip
wasn't
through here.
Oh.
He did a trip through here in '85 when he graduated high school.
Oh.
And
I was 86.
Oh,
yeah, you guys are
congratulations.
both babies.
So he's a young, see, he's a young guy.
I am young guy. I'm going to go get an ear piercing and a tattoo. I saw a tattoo on your leg, sir. Because you're also a young guy.
She started me on
I
it.
started. I'm a bad influence.
You are a bad influence.
Very bad influence.
But Old Faithful's super cool. The Geyser's pretty cool, but I just saying that hotel is amazing.
Yeah.
And you've been, but you haven't. Just the fact that guys could put that thing together like 150 years ago without heavy machinery with big trees, and it's an amazing piece of architecture. And I'm not even that into architecture, but you wonder how it hasn't fallen over or burned.
Oh yeah, especially with the fires here.
Well, you should see that. You will see that.
I will see.
Enjoy.
And then where do we go after that?
We don't know.
We don't know.
We got-
You're going to go where the wind blows.
The rest of the trip is kind of do what we want till we have to go home.
Well, that's perfect.
No, I don't want to go home.
Enjoy the rest of your
That
day.
means I have to go back to work.
Thanks for not if you work here.
I know.
$500 for room and board.
Wow.
That's all it cost you?
That's yeah. The pay is pretty good in the dining room.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, tips are great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bye bye. Nah, I think live video makes some people uncomfortable. Some people don't mind it, but I've asked other people and they feel kind of awkward. I wonder if you could hear their side of the conversation. It does make it easier. I go live every day and I talk for 20 to maybe 45 minutes and just kind of sit and talk. And a lot of people suggest, oh, you should do a podcast or you should do interviews. I'd hate to have to, again, I kind of like things happening as they happen. And that was neat and fun. And I didn't have an appointment to meet with these two people and interview them about what they're doing today. But it just kind of happened. And I think that was nice when I was living in downtown, or not, yeah, I almost was living there. I was close to it. But when I would do this show in downtown Naperville, you'd have, it's a big town. It was 150,000 people. You'd have a ton of people coming by. And occasionally they get a talking. But here in Yellowstone, it's a much more sparsely populated area, and opportunities like that are less and less. And it's funny, I picked up a follower. I was thinking today, and I was talking about this today, people that I work with think I'm cool because I have some followers on Instagram. Sometimes I think I'm cool because I have some followers on Instagram. So thank you for following me on Instagram, because without you, I would not be cool. But anyway, I was thinking about ordering some more mugs. And I bought these mugs 2.5 years ago, right when I was deciding I wanted to do this when I grew up for a living. And I still don't make a living doing it, not even close. But I will tell you what, I did get a check from YouTube the other day. That was a nice little bonus. Thank you very much, YouTube. But anyway, and giving them out to the waiters I work with, because they all think the show's kind of neat, and they all watch it a little bit. Or, I don't know if they all do, but every once in a while, a different employee will go, hey, guess what I heard the other day? That you got a podcast. That's super cool. I watched some shows. That was neat. And it makes me feel good. And if I could buy a bunch of these mugs again and give them out to my workers, they don't work for me, my coworkers, as little souvenirs, I think that would be neat. And I might do that today. My goal is to save up money this season, but I'm making more, honestly, than I expected to make as a waiter. And the work is harder. But the sales are bigger and the tips are bigger than I even expected, which feels kind of good. Because you guys have been watching, for those that have been watching the show, you saw me doing this show when I was just thinking about coming out here. And then I was coming out here, actually riding my scooter and stopping by the side of the road at a gas station doing my show. And then about a month ago, I came across, started picturing buying an RV, and it was a dream. And now I'm working, and now I'm saving, and it's you. I don't know. I think that's what makes this work. I felt real good about my day yesterday. I did a lot of good video work. I had my best night ever in terms of tips, which is important for some reason because, I mean, I have financial responsibilities and expenses, and would like to purchase an RV. But the thing I think I was most proud of yesterday, looking back, was the fact that I worked out again. I lifted weights. And right before my shift, I had about an hour to a time ahead of me, and I decided to go to the gym that is in our little community and had a really good workout. And it was only my second serious workout since I've been here. My second serious workout, and it just felt so good. And again, I talked about it yesterday. If you're out there and you're feeling out of shape, or you're feeling overweight, or you're feeling weak, the goal shouldn't, I mean, the goal is to get stronger or lose weight or be in better shape. But the true goal is just getting started. Because once you get started, okay, now I'm working out. Now I'm a guy that goes to the gym. Now I sleep better at night because I work out. And it's only the second time. I was talking to a buddy last night before I went to bed, and he said, yeah, I should really start working out. You know how often you hear that? People thinking they should start working out. Well, just start. You don't have to work out for 3 hours. What stops everybody from doing anything is the thought, and I'm just making this up, this is just me talking, the thought that you have to be in great shape, or you have to clean your whole house, or your yard has to look beautiful, and before you start landscaping, or before you start cleaning, or before you start working out. Hold on, I gotta sneeze. Or that you gotta eat super healthy before you start dieting better. And you don't have to eat super healthy, just do a little bit. Don't drink Coca-Cola today. And you're going to be one of those people that's watching what they eat. You can still eat all the other crap you eat, but you're doing something more than you did the day before. Just a little example. I was in the kitchen this morning as I was getting my coffee, speaking of. And I talk about little steps and little habits. I was getting my water cup. I'll show it to you right there. And it was the last cup in the thing that holds the water cups that goes through the dishwasher that keeps them clean or gets them clean. And I took the last one and I stared at it, an empty one. And I could have gone about my moment. And this isn't bragging. This is just because I considered maybe just going, get my water and leaving. I thought about it. I'm not even slightly perfect. I have the same thoughts. But I now have a voice inside my head that said, hey, the world would be a little better place if I picked up this water cup holding thing and put it where it's supposed to go. And I did that. And at that moment, a guy I work with, the chef was coming in, and he saw me and he said, hey, thanks for doing that. And I am telling you, it was the littlest thing, and it just was doing the littlest thing right. Just, I could have left it. I could have gone about my day, and I could have let an employee take care of it, or I could have picked it up and put it where it needed to go. And so I got a good feeling. And all of a sudden you wake up and you're smiling and you're walking to work or to your show, or you're making your bed, or you're moving the water thingy, or you're saying hi to people, or you're walking around with a big smile, and a woman that you see on your walk says, hey, good morning. I hope you have a great day. I know you will. because she thinks you're this ball of happiness and joy. But I'll tell you, and you start becoming it. I wasn't always, I've always had a fair amount of energy. I wasn't always this way. I started this show 5 years ago because I was living in a dark apartment and I was so depressed. You know? I think I'm the happiest guy I know. And it's been a 5-year journey, and there's not every moment is perfect, but that's okay. Accepting that you're bummed or sad or lonely or broke or scared or tired or is all part of it, but just not festering there and doing the little things and going to the gym and moving, picking up a piece of trash or saying good morning to somebody, or, you know, it all starts, all of it matters, but don't wait for tomorrow to start doing it. Don't wait to go to the gym tomorrow, or don't see a bottle on the street and ignore it. It almost doesn't matter for the environment if you don't pick up that bottle. Where it really hits home is in your heart and in your soul, because suddenly you're a trash picker-upper. And you look at yourself as a better human being because you didn't leave that trash on the street. Or you shake the veteran's hand and you get the warm smile and the gratitude. And I'll tell you, I shook a veteran's hand and he gave me an extra big tip yesterday. I wasn't doing it for the tip, but I thanked a man for his service. Heck, he risked his life to protect our freedoms. That's the least I can do. And I wasn't doing it for a bigger tip, but he handed me an extra $10 as he's walking out. And I promise you I wasn't doing it for the tip. But it starts a chain reaction of good things. And that guy probably went about his day feeling appreciated, feeling generous, and probably had a better day. And he probably had a similar chain reaction about his day just because I thanked him and shook his hand. I got an extra $10. I got a little more love. He feels good. He goes about his day and probably hugs his wife or does something kind to somebody that he may not have. Yeah. And again, it can start today. You don't have to say, I'm going to become a saint or the Pope or Jesus or, you just get a little better. And a little better adds up over time. And yesterday I chose to be a little better by getting off my bed and going to work out and feeling like I accomplished something and feeling a little stronger, even though I felt a little weaker working at my shift. I tell you what, those trays can get pretty heavy. And I'd worked out. I was tired. It feels good when you haven't worked out much lately. It doesn't take much. All I did were 4 sets of bench, 3 sets of curls, 4 sets of lat pulls, sit-ups, and plank. It only took 30 minutes. And I wasn't going for any world record weights at all. But it was just doing the little things. And, again, just spending 30 minutes in the gym. And I realized I'm worth that 30-minute investment. I think we look at doing that as something, we're giving up time. We're giving up that 30 minutes from time I could spend watching TV or staring at my phone or laying on my bed or drinking a 6-pack. But you're not giving up the time. You're investing it in who you are and investing it in yourself. And I'll tell you, it's an investment worth making. And I'd encourage you to start real small and start today. And not wait till tomorrow. Do 2 push-ups today. Don't even go to the gym, but do 2 push-ups today. If you can't do a push-up, do them on your knees. Do 2 knee push-ups. I won't say what they're also called. Do 5 sit-ups. If you can't do 5, do 1. And then you started. And then it's begun. And now you're working out. And then 2 days from now, do another push-up or another sit-up or go to the gym or walk around the block. And then 2 days after that, do it again. And all of a sudden, it just becomes who you are. And you're going to be a better person in 6 months. And you're not going to be perfect because I'm not perfect, even close. But you're going to be on your way to betterment. And I'll tell you what, it feels really good when you're on your way to betterment. So, my show's running along today. My show is running along today. I thought I had nothing to say. Oh, there's one of those Sprinter vans. It's a Sprinter van. That's a tan one. It's a Mercedes brand that you can convert into a little RV. And with the research I've done, I've determined that's not enough for me. Those are expensive and not enough. I want a C-class motorhome. It's capable of sleeping 3 or 4 or 5 people. Could I take Jake Paul in a boxing match? No. I mean, and he's full contact. I've never really been in a fight. I used to box a little as a kid. I had 2 older brothers. One became a black belt in karate. So just as a matter of survival, I had to learn to scrap a little bit. But I've never been in a fight. I don't want to fight somebody. I don't even want to hurt somebody. I don't even like when I get mad because I'm usually a jolly, happy guy, but I can get mad and I can get pissed off. And when I get pissed off, what does the Hulk say? You wouldn't like me when I'm mad or angry. And I don't even like me when I'm angry. So I don't want to hit anybody. And if I needed to, I'm probably a better wrestler than boxer. I'm a pretty good wrestler, I think. And just from doing it. And Jake Paul would kill me in wrestling because he's probably trained at that. But if I did have... Jake Paul's fighting Mike Tyson. Just the thought of getting in the ring. Jake Paul deserves an award. I don't care if Mike Tyson's 100 years old. He still scares me. Still scares me. He deserves an award just for getting in the ring with Mike Tyson. Yeah. But I'll tell you what, Mike Tyson's come a long way. And he'd probably be the first person to tell you he's not perfect at all. But I remember when he was 18 years old boxing, and I think he was on the cover of Sports Illustrated and it said the next heavyweight champ or something like that. And he was a vicious dude, but he's come a long way, and it didn't happen overnight, and there probably wasn't one key moment in his transformation. But now he's kind of almost a motivational speaker, and who would have thought? Who would have thought? No, they don't, Brent. I have a sister that lives in the Chicago area. She lives out near Rockford, which is about 90 miles from Chicago. And one of my brothers lives in Texas, and one of my brothers is no longer with us. So, yeah. But it's Monday morning, and I've talked a while. Perhaps I've talked too long. Perhaps not. Perhaps it's just right. But I would like to get some more coffee, and I probably am going to have a little breakfast. And I'm going to talk to people, and I'm going to be friendly, and I'm going to enjoy my day, and I'm hopefully going to get a little rest between now and when I work tonight at 4 o'clock, because I could probably use a little more rest. But I'm looking forward to my day. I'm looking forward to the sunshine. I'm looking forward to editing some videos, drinking some coffee, chatting it up with some people, working hard tonight at the restaurant, hopefully making a good amount of money, and sending some off into various directions to cover my financial responsibilities, and putting some aside for my planned purchase of an RV. I'm going to keep saying it. It might be delusional. But I think I can buy an RV, a good RV, for $40,000 with low miles. That's 5 years old, let's say, and really enjoy it. And if I can save, I don't know how I'm going to come up with the rest of the money, but if I can save $5,000 this season, waiting tables, I bet you I can figure out how to buy the rest of it. And yeah. So it feels good to have a purpose, have a reason, have a meaning, be on a journey, be on a destination, getting a little better, having a goal of saving money to buy something cool rather than just spend it on alcohol at the bar, which is the strategy I used to use, or going gambling or doing whatever. And again, baby steps, one step at a time, gets you where you want to go. And I appreciate you guys so much for joining me on this Monday morning. And I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. I hope you had a great night's sleep. I hope you had a great weekend. Hope you're feeling good. I hope you're loving yourself. I hope you're forgiving yourself. And as always, I hope to talk to you soon. Bye-bye.